Yo, this is Pagabens and time have come. The Lion tell them one story. This is Lions, man. Stay tuned.
This is Give Thanks.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, I Jalifa said that.
The youth and the youth them see Rastafari as me da mentioned as a poor trad. Yes, enough youth see Rastafari trad as them see me I said them just see him so because them just see him so. It's not a regular I play him just him not fear move so if we now have the modern eye catcher them now it's like there's nobody. You know what I mean?
IG, you can't floss that.
No, if you not have 100,000 followers, the youth them now watch you. You know what I mean? If you not have 200,000 likes or then sitting there, the youth them not really see it as an element of information to understand and then to try and overstand.
The challenge is that say, my generation now we are going to space. It's like we are betray the people I tell the eye that. See, I remember say all our parliamentarians and I bridge them. Andrew Owners were prime minister and I go up on campus the same way. And majority of the youth in parliament below females have been a junior on the campus. And so we know what we know. 60% of the youth in the university come from underserved communities. So it's not like we don't understand what we're supposed to do. See? But it seems like the man them abandon them own Jamaicanness and them own uniqueness. And so them don't accept who them be. None of these youths sit in the boards that make decisions about them lives. The people like I sit down on the board. So as pastors tell us, boy, you can't blame the youth. You can't really blame the youth because these youths feel the effect from causes that I initiate as I initiate. Now we know so if the head of the stream dirty, we know what go on with the bottom of the stream. So the youth them a struggle. When you look at earth and how earth is, a lot of youths have a whole heap of distraction, not by chance, not by coincidence. And the system itself, Rome, know who these youths are. It's not like people who just think that every day things just happen on its own. People plan, people strategize. So I tell a man say post before 2000, 2012, we're still strong in our belief age. Seeing? When it was a transitioning period. We're moving from a belief age to a knowing age, from a Piscean age to a Aquarian age. Similar like how Rastafari say Rastafari don't believe Rastafari know. So this is the generation of knowers. So in my own eyes, these are the generations of Rastafari youth who are manifest Rastafari in so many different ways. Because Rastafari is not something that can be defined on. So it's not doctrine, it's not rituals. You have Rastafari ones who are religious. Rastafari is not a religion.
So again, may I address forward to the gap. The gap is very significant because there isn't not an institution, but just a space to accommodate Rastafari teachings, where youths will seek Rastafari knowledge to come and gather and learn of Rastafari and its indigenousness, or the fullness of Rastafari. Side? Yeah, and it stems from not just A&E, which is agriculture and education, but also to the principles of His Imperial Majesty and Her Majesty.
It's a really great feeling being on this journey. Honestly, I don't see any other type of life I would want to live. It's just like the freedom that I feel and just knowing the right thing. Not wanting to be around like spaces that is not welcoming for me and for the people that's around and so on. So with all this knowledge, sharing it with the youth, guiding them, letting them know that you can have everything without living some type of life, without chasing the fast life and doing what other, like age group like myself, because as I mentioned, I'm 22. There's a lot of other stuff I could be out there doing, but that's not for me.
Say, throwing a seed in a garbage bin. This is in the article. Let's just close it. Throwing a seed in the garbage bin is like having an abortion.
Whoa.
Seeing? And I say, tin fire. So I stop throwing seed. But I no. Let me tell you, I don't usually throw seed in the garbage bin. But I practice my word deliberately. And sure say.
It's not going in
we
there.
Throw the seed. See? I'm trying to make sure they go up on dirt all the while.
Yes, sir.
Lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Them could never conquer the mountains. Thousands of years and counting. Ethiopia rise again unto the world. Now we are announcing. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Well, solar energy that them a see. The whole city powered by the sun's energy. The road them make out of hemp and concrete. Neighborhoods full of fruit trees that taste sweet. The youths put down them guns, them harvest and a reap. The beautiful gardens will line every street. Tired of the bloodshed, them done with the beef. Not even animals for that, them burn out the meat. Where people say Haile Selassie, I see Nile. When they see say him a treat.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. King of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I like himself. Where's rightful ruler? Hey yo! Yeah. Hail them high, hail the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them comes without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion we come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Banso, aka the Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Panafrican Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion's Voice. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network. Welcome to our first broadcast for this Roman calendar New Year. We have here a special. We're in 2017 in Ethiopia. We just are touching into 2025 in the West. So to kick off this year, because this year is going to be a roller coaster, we said let us highlight on the future, the generation gap, the youths. This year on this network, we're going to be focusing on that second generation, third generation. We're going to be focusing on the future forecast for Rastafari, what the future looks like, the building of Zion, the components. We're going to do some deep dives. We're going to be following the revolution in the Sahel. That's happening, the independence movement, the neo-independence movement, we could call it, happening on the continent, the uprising that's sweeping through the youths them. On the continent, we're going to be talking about a whole heap of different things this year we have in store. This came about because I wanted to sit with one of my brethren, Dr. Kadamawi Knife. We went to his gates. This was right prior to Hurricane Barrel. So you see at the end, they say we're hurricane shopping. I was able to get my full meal and provisions, everything off of the land there that you see with Dr. Knife. So while everybody was, rushing to the grocery stores were packed, the streets were packed. You know what I mean? I went to my brethren gates and we went in the yard and everything I needed was able to bubble a Itafel sip the next day, spinach, ackee, we had mangoes, guinea, you know what I mean, all kind of things, green banana, that we were able to reap from the land and to sip. So just highlighting, because although we intended to go more in depth in the future forecast, it ended up being a reasoning about urban agriculture, about really this revolution that is happening across Rastafari, where the recognition, Pinnacle was an agro business model, meaning that agriculture was supplying the main income for the first Rastafari documented settlement. And we realize we have to go forward there. His Majesty speaks about agriculture being a prerequisite for industrialization. So, the whole heights, it's coming to the return of agriculture and how we can, really redefine what that looks like for our movement. I really love this reasoning, so I want to share it with the family. I also come today, family, I said it January morning, I would be honest, and we failed to reach our goal. So we come here in the midst of some level of failure. And I said I don't mind to be vulnerable, to be the brethren, to show that failure is a part of the journey and failure is not to be feared. We wanted to get 100 people in the Patreon. We're still at about 25 today. However, in the midst of that failure, we stand here with 19,000 plus subscribers, over 40,000 views this month, over 4,000 hours of content consumed this month that just passed. And just so you can put that into context, to monetize your YouTube channel, you have to reach 4,000 hours. It takes some people years to reach that 4,000 hours. We did that in 28 days. So just to show this movement, the growth, the family, the lion pride, the strength. We're closing in on 4,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. We're going to hit 20,000 subscribers next strong. We're going to be dropping a special for that 20,000 episode special. Yes, stay tuned for that. So yes, we have failed, but we stayed diligent on the mission. We answered the calling of Kadamawi Haile Selassie to do the work. We have sacrificed great time, attention that we have put into this endeavor, and it is growing. And we are starting to see the fruits. We grew 850% at the beginning of 2024. We had 2,089 subscribers, and now we're at 19. That is a growth of 850%. You know what I mean? So, although we failed to reach our goal for the Patreon, we have hit many milestones, and I want to just give thanks to the global family on this day as we get ready to kick off things. Please just give thanks, continue with us. If we grow at the same rate, we will have over 180,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We're going to push. Only the Almighty knows the outcome. Our job as the instruments, as the brethren pursuing our purpose, is just to show up daily, is to put in the work, to allow ourselves to be utilized by the divine powers as a tool, good, bad, or indifferent. We stand for the global family, presenting a liberty that has saved millions, and that, as I say, the glory days are yet to come. Our work in this arm of Gideon stands before us. This year, 2025, on the Roman calendar is going to be a roller coaster. World War III, which has now metastasized into a Cold War, is gonna, there's gonna be battlefronts that pop up all over creation, proxy wars. As the West prepares, the West has realized they don't have the troop numbers and the things that they need. So I think we have a little, breathing room while the ramp up happens for war. But make no mistake of where we are on the timeline of this Gideon. It's preparation time. It's the return. The great return has started. Government to government section has not fulfilled itself yet, but the return has started. Mother Africa has called her sons and her daughters, and they have answered the calls, and they're returning from the four corners of the earth. And with this Pan-African revolution that's taking place, that will accelerate with Donald Trump in office here, that's going to accelerate the turn of the African Americans to the continent. So this is going to be a very juicy part of the epic saga of people of African descent, and we are going to cover the Rastafari perspective right here on the Lion Voice. So get your ital snacks, sit, prepare, and please full joy this italful sip reasoning of I, Dr. Knife, Empress Tiana, young sister coming up, and you'll see in the footage that I remarked that I've known Dr. Knife longer than this sister has been on the earth. That's the generation gap that we're talking about. And Rasta Life Yard, one of the co-founders of Life Yard. Big up Ras Eyeball, founder of Life Yard, CM Speed, all of the ones them in the trenches. We are on a transformation journey in terms of transforming slums to gardens, ghettos to gardens, garrisons to gardens. This is the revolution. We're returning to the soil, the ITA standard on the way, Rastafari on the rise. So sit forward again, get your sip, get your sacrament, whatever you need, and full joy, first day of the year. Lion Voice is here. The time has come for the lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Yes, family. Rastafari live and reign. We are here. Lion Voice Network. We're on the move. We are at the residence of Dr. Kadamawi Knife. We're going to be reasoning about Rastafari future. We have a lot of reasoning about the past, about challenges, but seldom do we take time to envision what we are trying to build and what the future looks like after the victory, so that we give people something to strive for. I've been blessed today that I have two younger Rastafari. We can't call them youth because them are big people still. They are youthful more than I, and we give thanks. The item know that at the Lion Voice Network, we don't do a one interview and done with that. Because we are catalog the journey then. So I want to just reintroduce to the family. We have Ras Sabuki, there, Life Yard family.
Blessings, family. Blessings.
And we have Sister Trading, Tiana, Empress Tiana from the Life Yard also here. So we are here. Dr. Kadama with Knife just studying. I have a sister on my Patreon, and when she signed up to the Patreon, she says more Dr. Knife on your channel, please. So I just want her to say, we deliver, we deliver.
Yes.
But I want to start with the Rasaboki, we have been reasoning off camera. I just coming from the Harambe Hall in Mobile, and I don't see any Rastafari from the ages of 20 to 40, or very few. Let me not say none, because there are one and two ones that did come in at the late part. But talk to us about what is happening here on the ground. This is a ground man in the street, in the inner city, doing the work. Where is that generation, 20 to 40, right now?
No, I mean, good question again, based on the reasoning, you know. And we give thanks to the elements of our ancestry for being here. Give thanks for the hospital, the full hospitality of our teacher, you know, Dr. Knife. And yeah, the remnants of what you see and experience in the Harambe Hall visit, yeah. You see that there is a wide gap between the youth force and the elderly, you know what I mean? Predominantly in between the ages of what you just mentioned, right? And why is that such of a significance is that there isn't many outputs for the youths to even gather, you know what I mean, in terms of Rastafari spaces specifically, and not just a creative space, you know what I mean, because a creative space can just be for everyone and every other person. But a Rastafari bread and bone space. So, you know, in my earlier up forwarding as a Rastafari, you know, I saw where we encountered more youthfulness in my timing, you know what I mean, and as we transcend into the future, which is now, you know, I seem to see more lesson impact of that with youth, connecting with youth my age. You know, most of the Rastafari impulse meanings, and not just with dreadlocks, you know, are musicians now, you know what I mean, and some are, you know, corporate ones who just sport the locks, you know. Within my age group specifically, you know, me I refer to.
Yeah, and to tell the people their age, just to clarify.
Yeah, me no want to feel like my old still, you know. Yeah, yeah. You see me I just 33, you see it. Yeah, so I'm young, same way, you see me, but the spirit is fully mature and welcoming from the elders them where I put the camera on I and elder to my right.
Don't call me I elder.
I don't call I elder, alright, my eye sheds.
The 42. And no reach that stage, but I have a problems in the elder.
You see? It's why them have to love Rastafari, right? Because our sense of humor.
Yes,
You know what I mean? It is phenomenal. You know what I mean? That's why.
Remember, say Rastafari don't get old either.
You see it?
Yes,
As the age you get more mindset.
Yes.
We know the full name.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I. So you see the fullness of that. Yeah. As with some people say the end of the day, we say the full of the day. You see? So the fullness with the Aishan just share with the item. It's just the simplicity of that. You know what I mean? Where we as Rastafari, you see that a while ago, the fullness of the action. So we're learning even simple things like that.
Yes, right.
So there is not even that cohesiveness or connection as well. My brother I mentioned, you see? So I for hide something for the ones them like myself who really significantly make the trad into these spaces in the ghetto community specifically, whether you know middle class or uptown, but in the quote unquote garrison community, you know, them call we at-risk youth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of risk we're at, but you know what I mean, we're at risk. You see, but a Rastafari really is a savior, you know what I mean, the embodiment of Rastafari. So again, I address forward to the gap. The gap is very significant because there isn't any, not an institution, but just a space to accommodate Rastafari teachings, where youths will seek Rastafari knowledge to come and gather and learn of Rastafari and its indigenousness, or the fullness of Rastafari. Side? Yeah, and it stems from not just A&E, which is agriculture and education, but also to the principles of His Imperial Majesty and Her Majesty. You know what I mean? Being the well-being of self, education, family and community. See? Yeah, and which is an aspect of modernization. So we are the youths, and we are the element of modernization.
Yes.
You understand me? And with the Aishensi, with giving the youthfulness, then the knowledge, we become the fullness of the modernization. You see? So we are the fullness of what them are try create, which is called impact. Seeing? So the knowledge and the message has been passed down from the ancients, DNA, and even through literacy, you know what I mean, and even through literature, you know what I mean. So where we can have those things accessible to youths, you know what I mean. The eyes up the ancient Dr. Knife again and Dr. Jalani Knife, you know what I mean, and the eye self Ras Kwasi, you see me? So premier ones like the eye themselves will show us a Rastafari can be founded even in these spaces, you know what I mean, within the universities, you know what I mean. So there's no limitation to what we can achieve. So this is why I make mention of the gap again. So even when I was within the University of Technology, there was still a big gap. You know what I mean? Because I said, yeah, the youths are sight up and a heights up, but it's not from a Panafrican consciousness or a indigenous consciousness. You know what I mean? Ones just will be just supporting them here, you know, and growing it, and then will still partake in certain reasonings, you know what I mean, and certain type of advocacy. But when it comes to the fullness of following through what the ancient them have left us off to full the modernization process, you know what I mean, create more remarkable monumental, you know, physical monumental and you know, tangible monumental elements, you know what I mean, as well as intangible monumental elements, you know what I mean. So as we hear, and you can hear how we utilize, and you can see how much the youth can be utilizing what we have here in Jamaica, in any parish that, you know, we find Rastafari youths gathering. So yeah, that is one of the major gap, you know. Not in fact the full formation is not being accessible to the youth, and you know the youth them see Rastafari, as me da mentioned, as a poor trad. Yes, enough youth see Rastafari trad as them see me Aisha, them see them just see him so because them just see him so. It's not a regular iron play. Him just him not fear move. No. So if we now have the modern eye catcher them now, it's like there's nobody.
Because
you know what I mean?
IG, you can't floss that.
No, if you now have 100,000 followers, the youth them now watch you. You know what I mean? If you now have 200,000 likes, or then sitting there, the youth them not really see it as an element of information to understand and then to try and overstand. You see? So it's a process, as I'm say, it's a gap, it's a wide gap. And that's why the IDEM platform is very instrumental, the Lion Voice, you know, and many other platforms, Breadlocks, you know what I mean? So where we can bring more and more reasonings. So Rastafari not just become a household name, Rastafari become the household. You see?
We are writing Rastafari independent, non-aligned media. Big up Breadlocks, big up Ras Iron, Yard Wheel, big up all of the ones them I never knew.
Sealer.
We have Priest Isaac Star, whole heap of ones.
Yes,
the Priest Kailash too, same way. So these are ones that we're rising. Alright, I'm going to come to this beautiful young Empress, because the eye is the future. I know how rare it is, you know. The eye could have become a dancehall queen, you know. You could have out there look money man, you know. You could have do all kind of things with the Almighty bless you with, which is good looks. But instead you chose, and this is a second generation Rastafari family, but that don't mean much, because we know the children of Rastafari, we are not retaining them in the liberty. They're out there doing the same thing where Babylon, them you, them a do. So I want to hear directly from the lioness mouth. You know how we do it on this platform. Why the I with all of these other options of the world? Why the I choose to knot up your head and you come to Rastafari chat, you know?
Greetings. So,
And just introduce yourself and how old the eye is, because I don't want people to know how rare and precious the eye is.
sure, I'm Empress Diana, 22. Uh, on this journey, why I choose this journey and not the other stuff that we see going on around us. I actually grew up in a household. My stepdad is he lock up and stuff. We actually within that lifestyle, but we had the choice to choose, our life. But growing up within that space and seeing what's going on around us, because we're not blind to what's going on. Everything is crystal clear. So like seeing females our age going through some stuff, and I wouldn't want that for myself pretty much. So I wouldn't do something that I wouldn't want for myself. And growing up with my mom, I know I always see her, doing stuff for us. My mom is actually a Rasta lady too. So I pretty much grow up within that, space and that lifestyle. But as I get older, I'm able to actually get the knowledge like fully. So it was a great experience being able to like go within the Rastafari spaces and stuff. It wasn't a lot of experience like, being like educated or so on, but based on one and few little knowledge that we were able to, get a experience and know. It's a really great feeling being on this journey. Honestly, I don't see any other type of life I would want to live. It's just like the freedom that I feel and just knowing the right thing, not wanting to be around like spaces that is not welcoming for me and for the people that's around and so on. So with all this knowledge, sharing it with the youth, guiding them, letting them know that you can have everything without living some type of life, without chasing the fast life and doing what other, like age group like myself, because as I mentioned, I'm 22. There's a lot of other stuff I could be out there doing, but that's not for me. I know.
Have you ever been tempted to chop your line?
No. I'm not heavily influenced. No, I'm not so easily influenced by all of them other stuff.
To have a bad man boyfriend, you never get tempted with big car and money and house.
No, sir. That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for myself. So I prefer to work and get that myself because I'm my own individual. So if I see something and I want it, I know I have to go for it. It's not something that will be given from somebody else, and I wouldn't necessarily want to look to get it from somebody else, because they're putting in their work to be able to do it for themselves and their family and the people that's around them. So, I mean, I would rather. I am a creative. I love doing like art stuff and so on. So, I would always get like question. My mom, she used to sew. So even like some clothing wears that we would normally wear and stuff, people normally ask where we get it. So we see that, you can do stuff, you can make money other in righteous way and not doing all the other stuff. So, yeah.
I want to ask I'm going to ask Sabuki the same question. You notice that you have a tattoo on your hand. And I'm noticing the younger generation, the whole of them tattoos. I'm a little older, Kadamawi and I will come from a different generation. When did this tattoo thing become so prevalent? And how do we balance it with the Rastafari liberty as we grew up in a Rastafari home?
Alright, so personally,
show your artwork.
You spike a little flowers.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say like, it's something that I like really like believe in, I really love. But I have no regrets pretty much, because you just want to make sure that whatever you're putting on your body, you want to make sure that you know the meaning, the true meaning, because you just don't want to put anything on your body, right? So that's definitely something to consider. I wouldn't necessarily encourage anyone to get a tattoo. That's something within their self if they choose to get that. So me having this is not something that I am influencing anybody, right? So
And I'm asking because I'm noticing second generation, I see it. It's not just the eye. My brethren youth, all my youth, them may hear, I drop certain little sound like them would want to get a tattoo. So, my generation will never to do that. But I just want to hear from, I don't want to think to myself what I think. I want to hear from the eye them generation. What do you think of this? Is it, do you think, influenced by social media because it become popular within, or is it, some people that say we chase it back to Africa, tribal, this, that, or was it just kind of impulse? You just want to get a tattoo because
a lot of them have their reasons, and most of them that I see that get the tattoos, I would definitely say they're like influenced by the whole social media thing and stuff. So yeah, most of them, I don't think they're doing it based off what you just mentioned about the whole Africa travel and stuff. Most of them, they're just heavily influenced by all the stuff going on, because some of them don't really grow up within like a home, like a really strong home with like both parents, or even a single parent that strong mind that can be able to guide them in a certain. So it's just like always outside, influenced by like friends and even other family members, because sometimes we have some family members that can lead us astray pretty much.
I noticed a change with Vibes Cartel as the purveyor of the tattoo in the culture. People tend to say you did it before, you just have it, but from foreign lens, that is when we really see the thing take off to a level. Would the eye agree to that, or how would the eye see it? Is the Vibes Cartel relevant to the eye generation still, or is it other artists that are more impactful?
Chatting through the streets, to be honest, it's more like, not necessarily elder people, but like older, that more like talk about Vibes Cartel. I don't really hear most of like the young youths talk about Vibes Cartel anymore that much. It's more like the young artists. Yeah. So like Craft, AI Millie, Skeng. You have quite a few of them.
The audience is slow. I just want to paint a picture of the influences that the eye have, that the eye choosing not to go that route there. Tell me about how you connect with Life Yard and the work that you're doing, the Empress Men Circle. Then we're going to go to Dr. Nine.
With the Life Yard, to be honest, like it is definitely something that is necessary. It is very important, because as I just mentioned, based on like the artists now, they have the youth attention, and they're not necessarily using it in a positive way to influence the youth. Because I don't really listen to the music, these nowadays music, because for one, I can barely understand what they're saying, and the message is not something that I can benefit from. It's nothing positive from, right? So with like the youth within like the Life Yard, we're not necessarily trying to like take them, because we can't really like take them away from it like completely. We can't really do that, because they're still within that space where when we leave, they're still able to have access to those stuff, right? So we being around, showing them, and they're seeing the lifestyle that we live, so at least they can get some influence from that positively, So within the Life Yard, I've experience with working with the youth. It's a joy, I can definitely say. I'm pretty much new to the organization, and so far it has been amazing, with all the knowledge I'm gaining so far, working with the youth, being able to, like conversate with them, have some discussions, and you know, hearing some of the reasoning from the youths. You know, sometimes we kind of look down on them. Well, not necessarily us, because we know, right? But just like, you know, the people around them, they don't really see a lot of potential within them, and they do have a lot of potential. I can tell you that for sure, because we keeping the thing going, which we definitely will. You know, this is a thing where it even beneficial to us. You know, we're learning just the same.
While
you know,
we're growing.
yeah, while we're growing, because even within the Empress circle, because you know, we have to separate the girls from the boys, because there's stuff that the girls will need to learn and will need to know how to, you know, take care of themselves and so on. Just the same with the boys, right? So far it has been a great journey, and I am just, you know, praying and just continuing within this journey. There is nothing that can ever take me off this journey, because this is something that I've been chatting on this journey. I've been on this journey, and now being able to educate myself and surround myself with eyes, like, you know, yeah.
So this is your first time on the campus.
Yeah, first time.
So the journey take you into the heart of learning just by living.
Yes,
Right.
Yes, I in the presence of world-renowned Dr. Knife here.
Yes,
Amen.
yes, it's a pleasure. Trust me, yesterday was all smile, and even though I feel refreshed.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
All right, so Dr. Knife, you're listening to the youths, you know, literally. This is one of your students from a Meet the Brethren. Him tell me, say, yeah man, that I want to teach. And he said, you know, it's a Dr. Knife, I'm a Brethren. And the meeting right here on this campus. I was born on this campus too, you know, so any work when I do here make me feel it have a significance to I, you know, but this is literally each other on this campus, you know, the hospital. So and I met this brethren here in 2001 when I was a law student. You know what I mean? So that is how long I and the brethren are chat, you know. But when you listen to these youths, you know, which is I and I future, what thoughts come to me? Before we go into the future forecast, what thoughts come into the eye mind?
Oh man, say no, say everything good. Cause what you know, when you look at Earth and how Earth is, a lot of youths have a whole heap of distraction, not by chance, not by coincidence. And the system itself, Rome, know who these youths are. It's not like people who just think that every day just things just happen on its own. People plan, people strategize. So I tell a man say post before 2000, 2012, we're still strong in our belief age. Seeing? But you know, there's a transitioning period. We're moving from a belief age to a knowing age, from a Piscean age to a Aquarian age. Similar like how Rastafari say Rastafari don't believe Rastafari, no. So this is a generation of knowers. So in my own eyes, these are the generations of Rastafari youth who are manifest Rastafari in so many different ways. Because Rastafari is not something that can be defined, you know. So it's not doctrine, it's not rituals. You know, you have Rastafari ones who are religious. Rastafari is not a religion. Seeing it's free irits and self-actualization. I feel it's to our sister in her reasons. She says, yeah man, in her try to finding herself, she don't think she don't want to live no other live. Because she finds herself and I enjoy being who she is as an individual being. Where I follow her own irits and in her own child. And you know what's a book with them for long I was man from the Change to Art program them, no. And the ones them man eyeball manifest them works and them continue. And that tried the same way, and Sabuke, you know, a strong influence of Rastafari from ancient to same way, and how them youth grow. See, so why I say it is positive, because even the youth them who I feel say a stray away. I engage with them youth at the university fire. Them on a far right, you know, but I can't see the far right irits. The challenge is that say my generation now we are going to space. It's like we are betray the people I tell you that. See, I remember say all like parliamentarians that I bridge them. Andrew Owners were prime minister and I go up on campus the same way. And majority of the youth in parliament below females have been a junior on the campus. And so we know what we know. 60% of the youth in the university come from underserved communities. So it's not like we don't understand what we're supposed to do. Seeing? But it seems like the man them abandon them own Jamaicanness and them own uniqueness. And so them don't accept who them be. None of these youths sitting in the boards that make decisions about them lives. The people like I sit down on the board. So as pastors I tell you, boy, you can't blame the youth. You can't really blame the youth because these youths I feel the effect from causes that I initiate as I change. I know so if the head of the stream dirty, we know what go on with the bottom of the stream. So the youth them must struggle. And they must struggle. And so you give thanks to the youth them who you say arise as far right and a whole certain Irish. But them growing in a time now where nothing the Rastafari they chant of 30, 40, 50 years ago manifesting in this. I was know so when I as far right actually and say what I know, love iration. For example, I say what I know, but you can step without a steppers man. Now you go up on TikTok and I tell you so the earth is a magnetic space and it's electromagnetic being and when you step on the ground without no shoes or it heal your system and all of your cells them activate. But far I was it done show you that from how long I was. Seeing when far I was show you about the importance of your hear. The same thing upon TikTok, you know, people talk about how important your hear is and the spiral of the hear and the magnetism, you know. And the man that they say is an antenna. It connects with frequencies. So the genius of the far right them is that them could have used one or two words to say why they can attack it a whole essay. Yeah. Seeing but you know what things say you can dress up intelligence. A man mistaking the face when a man wear a jacket and tie and a press suit, you know, and a painted boot and a shine boot, the face is an indication of intelligence. It's part of the indication of the trickery. Because genius is simplifier. Seeing the genius is simple and as a Rastafari represent. Today we are say zero hunger, zero poverty, equality amongst people across genders, clean technology. But if you check the Rastafari creed embodies all of those things. But I say the hungry must be fed, the sick nourished, the aged protected, the infant cared for, the naked clothes and the sheltered. Those are the things that captured what we are calling the sustainable development goals right now. And if you look at national development plans, like Jamaica say, boy, Jamaica must be empowered to achieve their fullest potential. But that far right I talk about from a long time, man. When I say self-reliance and collective security, man. Seeing if you empower people to empower themselves and become self-reliant, you know, say as a nation I stronger. Let people come together and become more collectively secure. Seeing things surrounding like green technology what we are talking about now. And I do not say it's ital light at the best from long time. You come here and sing them song the fire. So you talk about solar technology, you talk about wind technology. See, I mean, them burning space, you must live up to the hills. So, the climate change, man, 88% of the population of the people live on the borders, on the sea coast. And we have a hurricane that come right now and them are fret. You see it? Fret them are fret. I not fret. I don't whip on the mountain either, but I live on the sea coast. See it? We see what go on with the water them. The man say we drink spring water. My sister go to the spring door and carry the water. No, you have to carry water in our buckle. You go buy the spring water in our buckle and still not got. You walk past all the spring. And don't catch the water in the plastic buckle. You throw the plastic buckle in the spring. I go buy a next buckle. Doug I show you all robe of I like people them some go away. You see it fire? So the fullness of Rastafari is manifesting in this hour here. So that's what I say everything is isle full my virgin. So them now go chance up, them probably never call ice last year, but they live, them know say watcha. When I live in one with aeration. Because if you destroy an earth a mother and she rebel, seeing the impact are gonna be phenomenally negative on the eye. So just as old man mash up the earth. And that cause the climate will change. And the climate change you know. Him start ball. Because him can't fight the sun ball. So him a dead. So him a cry. It's like a man who eat bad. And because they eat bad they get extra obese. And have some lifestyle illnesses. And you go try to attack all your heart. Just because of how you're eating, you've been eating all these years badly. Launching an attack on the eye heart. When the eye heart attack you know, you drop out. Because you did because a heart attack you get. But it's not because your heart is wired to attack itself. No, it's the way you treat yourself. So, and I say, we treat Earth. If you treat Earth that bad way, and Earth start to respond to that bad treatment, you can't sustain it. See? So the youth are growing up with an awareness and a consciousness. Say, you have to treat creation a certain way, you have to treat people a certain way, you have to deal with people with respect, and you have to do all of these things. But you know, with the principle of polarity, there's difference between love and hate and between east and west. If you travel as far east as you can go, you end up in the west. So it's how people shift rates of vibration and energy and things still. Seeing? So even a youth who you see astray, the same energy can be redirected for coming up as which is the work. So you say life yard do. Remember say assault them and they're in a fire. Assault. Yeah, life yard emerging. I remember at the early start, we connect and we get some strength for the eye them and amplify the thing and the thing get very big. Seeing that thousands of people in different countries and different worlds are gravitate to the works of these youths as far as you remember say palette them youth start make bench with originally, and I paint those palette benches and them start creating different programs, the art programs and educational programs, after school programs. Hey, they them some phenomenal work. So when you check it now, we know as Rasta people and Jamaican people, we know everything can be much better. But I still know in the counterfactual things would have been much worse. So we have to give thanks to the work what them doing, and a lot more youths seeing the work. Yeah, man, a lot more youth seeing the work. Even the youth them who listen to the music now, them younger youth and the music. The sister mentioned some of the youth them who the traditional dancehall music, which is always going to be there. But some Rastafari youth them hear a chant some music, or some serious chant, them a chant, and I watch it and I say, what? Yeah, man. But Janine them, man, every whole generation them come after Janine. I will see Janine, she live on the campus amongst it up on the fireground. Seeing Kabaka, they made the wrongs on the fireground. Seeing protege father is Oliveira, serious sprint track and field coach. We live on Taylor Hall. Same butchers back where they come run up on the fireground. They say, Takura them with Royal African Soldier, the whole of the ones them. So that space was like a ground enough people connect and things still. But the reasoning where you hear the youth them sound. So if you listen to the Janine music, a lot of esoteric things within the music and things still no. Not much youth, you never hear so much man really sing about all herb and how herb affect the eye, psychosocial behavior and the physiological behavior. When you listen to them that them sing about steaming herb and them things still, like taking on. So when you hear taking up, when you hear the music them, when you hear Kabaka them a reason I can know. When you hear Kabaka now, remember Kabaka call himself Kabaka Pyramid, because originally Kabaka was a man pension things in Egyptology, The man emerging Korofaya, Seeing? I mean, because of Kabaka, Ka is the universal consciousness and Ba is the individual consciousness. Man bring together the universe and the individual. So it's not a joke thing. Kabaka depend. I will go and still seeing. But it's not him alone. Because Caris and the host of them manifest to Jamaica. Do some mighty work. Some know say the idea, man. And what is unfortunate that me hear some ones now who are aged. Because when say ancient, them are grow old. And it's like them can't see no positive where the youth them a do. No, you can't that. You can't be a parent and not identify the good where you sight in your youth them. Even if you do some bad, there's always more good than bad, because if it's more bad than good, the place smash up long time. You see it? So the youth them arise and do them things. As a matter of fact, these youths actually practice a more ital live than enough of the ones them who are aged. Because remember, one time far ones are no pressure for the system, in terms of where you eat and where you do, But I'm saying no, Rastafari eat, even the whole world. I forgot to do. Even when I said don't wear no artificial fiber and them thing there. Now they must show you say watch out. The clothes have been polyester and certain synthetic fiber are lead to microplastics being formed in people's skin and them organs. That's why you must on fire say, see you plan enough calabash tree for you. Because the thing where you sip out of the ital, you can't serve ital food in a not ital container. That don't make no sense. But alright, you see? That's the saying over here. So even the language, you hear chant of fire, is electrolytes in my talk of Years ago far right now, reason about electrolytes. But we know say electrolytes how your system operates. As it's good for drink coconut, can't have the exact electrolyte balance like the eye system. So the iron put them with more information, even more serious about them trad. If you look at them, they might have about yoga and enough qigong and enough breathing techniques. They might create workshop. When they might create a workshop, it's a holistic liberty in a fire. Or this man we are talking about going to Guyana, don't in a Jamaica, when my son and mommy there in Jamaica, and the summer school program the iron plan now for run off, model off of the work man in Jamaica through the Life Yard. So you try to replicate the model of Life Yard. See? Remember, I try to replicate the Bingy House model. Now the 12 child model, now the Bobo Ashanti model in fire. As a way of engaging young minds, not even bad, not the Rastafari minds, not talking young minds generally across the region. I see far youth who create that model and implement it effectively amongst underserved communities. That it becomes internationally recognized as a space But it's a model and an example that I can use now to show in other spaces. And the idea from my youth mommy now was that say, watch out, I could do it and do it well in Jamaica, and we can spread it out across Guyana, and then we want to transition it across other islands in the Eastern Caribbean states. That is the evidence of the influence of Rastafari, I mean, throughout earth. So that was the music alone. Seeing even I'm saying with the way the ones them sit now, I've never seen so many youths who are prepare ital food in so many different ways. And an exposure. So you'll find a youth in Jamaica now probably are gonna use all them called baji that are eggplant. And I said eggplant like when I'm putting a butter and fry it and people eat, or I wanna use soursop and them way they might use bread nut. See? And remember say if you go to Guyana or Trinidad, them use enough of that. Them use enough of them thing there. So you find say even the integration now where the youth them a try to go to different island states and I learn is a greater exchange of knowledge and practice within my generation. When we try to go to some other place where we attend to exchange most of the time I herb. Because it was more upon a kind of interpersonal. Yeah, and a business chat too. Because ganja was the thing that was ganja was the thing which create the bridge. Yeah. But now there's so many other factors in terms of the liberty that people want to experience. See, sister with our crystals, a quartz crystal that you have. Whenever the quartz crystal one, there's a quartz, and I look kind of pinkish. Rose crystal, the rose quartz. There's a fire person. What are you saying?
Yeah. Leo.
He's a Leo, he's a balanced fire element. See? So, may I show you I know.
What's the height with the crystal?
Look what kind of crystals, you know, for you. Synchronize with your own vibration. Because the earth is a crystal, you know. And you are also a crystal. See? So, I'm asking about quartz crystal because quartz crystal is a very special crystal related to human beings. Meaning, you know, say, when they reach puberty, you find say, a pineal gland crystallizes into a quartz crystal. Because we're going to quartz crystal, they used to tell time. That's why I might put quartz in watches and things, you know. It supports time and direction. So when your first eye now crystallize into a quartz crystal, so you move from out of a youthful state, which is very highly spiritual, which is in the realm of the fourth dimension all the while. So you're going to try to do the three-dimensional space now. So if you talk about time and space and direction, quartz is what help you to do that. That's why enough time people say you don't have no sense of direction. No one has no sense of direction. And because they're directed between three-dimensional and four-dimensional space, they're not locked into this three-dimensional space. But now, you are going to adulthood, I've got brilliant more with this kind of physical environment now. So that helps you with that. But the quartz amplifies your own vibration. So, like I know was a fire person who born the last of March. You feel a part of my crystal is like a diamond crystal as well, which I go on by the color of red. Different elements of different kind of crystal. But one time if we are taught them thing I know a man with a face says, oh, man. Yeah. I remember saying, Rastafari, I remember a book I get from a virgin with Ella Case, where I say, boy, you shall know the return of the Atlanteans by them wearing of beads and crystals and all those things and locks. Edgar Case said that enough for you. Yeah. You shall know the return of the Atlanteans by them wearing of them locks and beads and crystals. And as far as I want them to see, doing those things. And in 1970, I think a book will come out. I don't come by the date, but I say it's a long time book still. You hear me I say for you? So, it means Edgar Case was writing a book for I and I as far as or black people. Edgar Case is writing a book for white people. Times a white man. So it means then, them man they don't identify Rastafari in the Jamaica and say, wait. I never them people, the people them must say, who are the Atlantean people them. And remember, you know, when you read the book named The Emerald Times of King Tut, the Atlantean, you know, them say when the man, when Atlantis sink, seeing where the Brethren was got to the place which was the highest point on the face of the earth to re-establish the Atlantean colony. And then they move from there and go to Central and South America. Where was the highest point on the face of the earth? Is Ethiopia never talk about fire? So the information get reposited at Ethiopia and come down around West Africa and go to, you know, to come down through North Africa, go to West, go to India and Asia and come to West Africa and come across into the Caribbean, etc. So you can see it. So it's a consciousness. And if you read the book by Reverend M. Means, I think it's Ethiopia and the Missing Link in the 1945. I'm telling that Ethiopia is the only place that retained the ancient Atlantean practice, whereby the king would have been called the person who govern a province, or as landmass would be called the king. And the king of kings is the one who governs all of the space. Time reference to Luke Tyke, where I Selassie I have, as well as other Ethiopian emperors and things too. So may I say, I used to say that these youths that I see today, regardless of how them things manifest as some very ancient being from that time, coming in this time. And these have become more and more and more powerful. And Rome know that. That's why Rome seeks to disempower these youths. These youths born knowing you can't come telling me about no pie in no sky. They must say, where is the evidence? And that is them fear. Because there's a Rasta. They say to them, Rastafari don't believe Rastafari know. And this generation is a generation of Noah. So how you going to trick them? You can't tell them about come to church, come through a collection.
You can't trick them.
You can't. No.
Give them sexy rain.
Alright. Yeah, you have to try distract them. You have to distract them. See? And open the distraction now. You distract them long enough so you can infiltrate them. But it not going to work because you have so much information. Otherwise, the distraction process is short lived. You know what I'm saying? What do you them? They have a short attention span. A joke. But your brain say you can't control your brain too long, so you say about a short attention span. But the brain is wired for absorb some information that's
faster than himself.
How you say, man? Especially the human brain. See, so we have to check it and see. Rastafari live my brethren. Itinerally, man. Whether the youth them have locks or not, or my eyes last year, but you see the fact that them are recognize and accept self, which is self-actualization. That's why ancients have know the I self or know thyself. Many of these youths are knowing themselves, man. Don't watch the ones when you see distracted. Because there's always more good in earth than bad, man. If you have more bad amongst the youth, them wouldn't about. There's more good youth out there than bad youth out there fire. And once you follow a path of goodness, you always have to find Rastafari. And remember, we still like calling for you. It's not everyone of us a Rastafari now. Because there are many parts of the mountain top, you know. But once you are there, the view is still the same. You see it? So regardless of which trad the item are trad, once they live in a genuine way, you find you have less conflict amongst people. Because a man who's a Muslim who's busy living a good Muslim life, or a Christian living a good Christian life, or a Buddhist or a Hindu or a Rasta man who was living that life have no time to argue and war with people. Them find more basis about which them can collaborate. Because there's goodness over evil fire. Highly. Which I say show that that's I emphasize the whole thing of spiritual tolerance. You see it? Yes, I am.
Tribalism is one of the generational curses. You're listening to the good doctor. How you feel about what you just said?
Great, man. As I said yesterday, it was just all smiles. So, really appreciate being here, being in this space.
Does it make sense in terms of how he's relating it for you as a young person, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in terms of all of these distractions, how are we to navigate, or how do we make Rastafari more attractive to younger people in terms of how we, because I know this reasoning sweet for I and I, but if a young person might say, boy, them chat is boring, how do we, we think it's nice enough.
Yeah.
Well, we will
Yeah,
love it,
man.
but if a youth here, him probably go on his phone and he must scroll and look at gone over, so, But how do you think we could improve?
To be honest, I just feel it's like a personal thing. It's just like within them. So it's just like, because you can have other youths around that is in tune with the reasoning and everything, and then you have other set that's totally zoned out and not a part of the reasoning and so on. So it's just pretty much just continue spreading the word, pretty much just continue doing what we're doing, and just see how best they can come in, because I just feel it's something personal. It's just something personal, because it has been here from a long time before me even born, right? And as I mentioned, I have been growing within that space amongst like Rastafari people and so on, but I wasn't so knowledgeable, and I just know I just keep on, I stay on that journey just the same, and just at least give myself time until when I know I get more of an understanding and more like responsible for myself. So I know the information, I'm able to feed myself with the information and so on. And I love reasoning, I love having discussions, I love doing this. So once there is like positivity and so on, I am going to be in tune. I want to be a part of it. So it's just something within myself. So,
you know, Kwasi, the man, what thing, some of the ancient Emirates say Rastafari is an inborn concept, you know. And then, but remember, say everything, the microcosm of the same as the macro, you know. So everything was outside of the eye is within the eye. So the fact right ones them right. There's also one next statement that the man them say, which I repeat a couple times, that when the student is ready, the master will appear. But it's not an external master. This is the point the daughter make when she assure say it's about the individual. When the one accept themselves as individual and accept where them want to go and who them want to be, they're going to find a path that leads them to that kind of self-realization. You see it, Vaya? See, so Rastafari is, I mean, as I repeat some stuff, she said, Rastafari is, and therefore when I use the truth and right and it connects with that being, it embrace. Because as I'm saying, Vaya, so that reason I watch her shake her head and I say yes and I say yes. It's not smart eye, it's bright eye, bright. In reality, is that say if there's a vacuum and you shine a light in a vacuum, naturally you're not gonna say anything. See? But if there's something inside a space which is no longer a vacuum and you shine a light, it bounces off of that thing and the place becomes illuminated. So the point is that the things make sense to you and you shake it because you already know. Like in the eye already. So it connect with the one in the air and she say, yeah man, I say it go man. But if none of her, she couldn't shake her head. She don't wonder what the say. You see what I say for you? So that is in all of these youths. Yeah, and then it will take a certain thing for you to trigger off. So for some it might trigger off faster than others. That's why many ones come to Rastafari in different ways. There are many ones try apart using different approaches because again, it's what is within themselves and things. So see, so fully as the sister say, Rastafari just live man. And then the youths who in that state of awareness, at that state of time, will embrace far right. Because far right now run that time, you know, we know them can't kill the time. You know. See? Yeah, so once it exists, it always exists, you know?
Yes, right.
Yes. You realize that I met the eye before this daughter born?
Yeah, because you're 22.
Yeah,
I true for you.
Oh, one. That's why I say the best year that man.
Yes, yeah, because that's what they say.
Yeah, because I said it. I said
it.
So,
yeah.
Show yourself to come and still, you know, the same chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the eye because the next part of this program I want to get into the future.
Yes, sir.
So Life Yard is a proof of concept because we say slums into gardens, we say ghettos to gardens. On the way here we are looking at the name of this inner city community.
Warrior Gardens,
Steve Garden, Arnett Garden, Seaview.
So what is that?
Some of them are called pen and them transform them and stop calling pen and start calling garden. And that is a very important thing, you know.
Yes.
Because you know, the pen actually is enough for you. As against a garden which is supposed to be more free.
So these brethren are you know, because the thing that caught my eye with Life Yard was the urban agriculture.
Seeing.
And I'm part of Habesha. We do in America, we are one of the premier black urban agriculture non-profits operating in Ghana as well. So that to I is what Rastafari needs to lead with. Talk to us about Life Yard works. I know that the item don't have the farm anymore, but talk to us about that importance of this transformation, because we're going to get into the future forecast, and I want us to provide a vision for the youth. Them hold on there. I want them to mango tree and to know that we're in a space where we take it serious.
Yeah man, have herb man. Yeah man, herb. We have original herb there too.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's why it is more demanded here when them come here and them say, oh yeah man, that herb is better than this and
what do you mean?
Yeah, cause them know. It is not considered as a drug.
No, it's not a drug. You see? So just eat food man. Just eat food no fire. Cause I say the man them know what food having what, you know. And so, the people who have a certain kind of income, they know it's the same kind of food where the regular people out the road eating. Them stores are different. You call it market segmentation. You see, there's a market segmentation process that takes place. So I want to know, say, alright, them give themselves the best set of food. So them a grow rice. Them know say some rice having I remember cyanide in name or one poison like that. But them have rice that they grow without it. So they will know, say them see the mass of the people. That rice and the rice, yes, the mass of the rice is not the same rice that them eating. So they live in the water. The mind of fire. In many universities, you know. The spring water don't sell in a plastic bottle, you know. It's glass bottle, but the thing in mind of fire. So why you have the more expensive water in glass bottle and the cheaper one in plastic? Because you know microplastic get released in water when it go through different temperature changes. Yeah, man, so a simple thing like that.
But the next thing to you know, teacher, next thing with that too, even the American, even the Canadian, the whole market of the water. That's the next thing. Because majority of the water them where them use to even it not soluble to the component of the pH
in alkaline.
But and them still are gonna use the packaging of glass to make it seem as if that water is specifically it's useful to your body. You know what I mean? I can get by that level of pH or electrolytes where it needs. It's not sour poison, it's a poison in your body same way. You see me?
This is why food and water security.
Yeah, man, the sovereignty in particular, level of security, controlling it. Yeah. Yeah.
So we upgrade from security.
Yeah.
If you know that. And big up Ras Zola and these ones who really been as Asians championing that sound of food sovereignty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So I want to get into the
urban
future forecast and talk about the urban agriculture space. I mean, transforming ghettos to gardens.
Yes, I.
Slums to gardens. How do we make these gardens in Jamaica actual gardens and magnets for growth and development?
See there? I go. You know, I go, you go. See? So this is a significant component, is it? The food, the fruit is a very significant component. So Life Yard, we have started from the component of urban farming. And what urban farming should mean to every quote-unquote community or ghetto community here in Jamaica. You know, as we were reasoning, majority of these communities is either they are called gardens with adjacent to the last of its name, coming from the term pen, you know what I mean, with some slums or some places around the area within Jamaica are still classified, you know, as pen, you know what I mean, cottage pen, Grants pen, you know what I mean, Lakes pen, Fates pen, you know what I mean, so, but the main one, them where them focus on is the garrison, where them call the gardens. We have the Tivoli Gardens, the Seaview Gardens, you know what I mean, the Parade Gardens, the Road Gardens,
Arnett
Gardens, you know what I mean, yeah. See, so within that we try to move around the element of urban farming, because as you can see, we still a move through learning how to monitor with spaces, you know what I mean, acquire land and learning the utilization of the land itself, living off the land. You saw my teacher?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so Life Yard has been a premier youthful-led organization by Rastafari young men, you know what I mean, within our community, which have been planting food in a square acre yard space, you know what I mean, I give to the community before actually give the world what you know as Life Yard. You understand me? So we know that farming is a structured component and a real spiritual component of any community or any civilization as far as you can go forward. So as my Aishan teach me, say, yo, if you anybody we we are secure your food, that them control you. You understand me? So if you not plant your own food, you're under control. You're under manipulation or so-called manipulation. You understand me? So we know as Rastafari youth and Impo, we learn that through many ones as they are themselves, the Haitians. You know what I mean? You know, through small farming, backyard farming, you know what I mean? Or just simple just planting things that we might need for our own usage, you know?
True, man.
You know, just as we say, we have a practice of what we call it farm to table. But we don't normally have the things that we utilize on a day-to-day basis within our kitchen. You know what I mean? The onion, the scallion, the thyme, the pepper, you know, the cayenne pepper, the basil, you know, the French thyme, oregano, you name it. You know, those things were already ready. The garlic is readily and available for use. Yeah. That is what Life Yard has, you know, implored to even our live spora, you understand? Yeah, so for ones can utilize. And when if Bridging show you again when you look around, spin the camera and show them again. You see me? Yeah, you know, if you have so much 4 black ground space, but you know, even the smallest space you have, you can take and nurture it, you know what I mean? And you can get something from it. And that is as important as how that principle is and how far it can take you.
Yeah, right, fair. A man can't eat off a pepper tree. Can't eat off a pepper tree. So if you have 2 pepper trees, the pepper tree that over space.
Yeah.
You see it fire?
Yes, I.
Highway.
Yes, I. So you see my ancient show the item. So this is the levity from the ancient to the baby and the suckling. See? Yeah, and another fullness that. Because him same way and I same way. Yes, I. Yeah, so within, so without, so above, so below. So we're not straight from the fullness. Yes, I. So yeah, being said, Life Yard, we focus on it primarily. Why I focus and why is it a solution that should be emphasized? Because it can save we. It can save a lot of us. You know what I mean? It can cut back our economical resourcing. You know what I mean? To every household. You know what I mean? Every household will have to be spending as much on farm produce or, you know, the regular produce. But what you can plant or what you can even put in the ground, it still save you, you know, $1 or a few. You know what I mean? And also it still teach you the basic principle of barter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever I and I have, you call them Haitians.
Yes,
I'm the Haitians that you hear my talk. I say him go on. You see me? Yeah. So the simple tool of bartering. So if I don't have something today, I can come and ask you because, you know, this is how we should live as a people and not just as Rastafari people, because we will be here forever and forever. You know, it's a Ivine levity, and the Ivineness of it carries out through generations, as Empress Tiana that tell the island, you know what I mean? So, and the ancient them shown, so it's timeless. You see? Yeah, the earth is the fullness of the Most High and of our ancestors, so we have to take care of it, right? And we have to educate ones within our community so that we can benefit to the fullest extent from it. As with a reason earlier, we have to all of these garrisons when name gardens for have at least 5 to 3 different green spaces we can accommodate farming, you know what I mean? We can accommodate the buy and sell, just the same as, the trading, you know what I mean? Where it become more amicable, you know what I mean? And become more accessible to the people, and it become trendy. It become cool, it become fun, as my shit that say, you know what I mean? We not try, we are do it on a latency now to make Rastafari liberty fun and attractive. You know what I mean? So it's not about being boring. You know what I mean? So we can take the simplest part of it where you might not look on, which is starting from creating your own compost. That is as simple. All the thing them you use in your kitchen can be used as a compost. The peelings, the trash. That is all biodegradable. When we say biodegradable, it means nature take it course and break it forward.
Yes, I.
You see? So as well the ancient them say, we express things to even the babe can overstand 10, 20 years from now. That's why I and I could have overstand within the university of life and even within the university classrooms. You understand me? Because I and I have ancient way transcend the boundaries of word, sound, and even the actions. See, so this is how simple urban farming is. Yeah? It is simple. So we can start with a compost and then we start with the area where after decision or the decision where you choose to actually start farm. You know what I mean? Mulching the area, preparing the area so that it's, you know, fertile enough, and then you add your compost and then you continue mulching. You understand me? There are different practices and there are different elements and style of farming. You know, you have large scale farming to medium farming to, you know, smaller scale farming. But we are speaking of urban farming where we can utilize urban areas, even buildings, even crates, even pallet furniture we use to grow the elements of the ground, the vine food, you understand me? Yeah, the vine food and even the fruit food, the grapes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We utilize these surrounding elements to create hydroponic systems, you understand me? To create it within these cities. So these are some of the solutions that we can outpost and output to let ones know that, you know, it is here and it is accessible and it's also readily for investment. You know what I mean? So these communities where we should look forward to invest in these green spaces so we all can benefit, you know, because majority of these communities or society would classify as ghettos, they are the first communities that's located to the markets. So yeah, if you notice that, if you come to Jamaica and you're a very keen eye person and you look that most of our communities are garrison communities, they are located to our markets. And you see the predominance of that. So just be mindful. So we are very aware that urban farming should be the next greatest tool here in Jamaica, in Kingston, in Montego Bay, in St. Ann, in Falmouth, you know what I mean, the city areas. You know what I mean? So this can attract economical well-being and upbringing. Not true, my teacher?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I.
Because as I say, proximity to a market is an advantage, you know. Because your transportation costs less, distribution costs less. You are able to build relationship with people, amplify because two people know them come here, so now that's the farmer. You know, so this thing of urban agriculture and food sovereignty very crucial. Because you also find that you have the highest concentration of the population in the urban space. But just bear in mind that everywhere a country but a man make town in.
Yes, I.
Yeah, so a man make town. So that's why you have so much mango tree at all, man.
Yeah, a mango.
A fruit tree, man. They don't have the fruit tree at all. They be different, man.
Yeah, mango.
Yeah, man. They be everywhere, man. So the land still fertile. But the fact that them use most of the land now and make it into concrete. Certain thing you don't get readily available, but that don't mean there's an absence of land. Them buy no fire. Which part I grow, which is Arnett Garden, then them called jungle. Between jungle and Rima and Denham Town. When you look at the amount of home land in them places, them have a space we call no man's land. That means that no man don't own them land there. And enough land. You might say fire, as you go so and go behind jungle now by Zimbabwe and go to Rose Town and look. There's a portion of home land between this and Maxfield, same way. But as you know, as you in a jungle fire, you always have a color farmer. So for the Sunday daytime, you always have pass through with a cat. So it was in our head, so the urban agriculture is not a new area, you know. But again, you see post the 1980s fire, when the man them say free enterprise and Ras Jamaica grow and thing now and the thing become more open. They find a lot of these things are replaced by a certain kind of supermarket culture. You know what I say? So them the shift the thing from a local focal point where people supply them own goods and services to one say, no man, what you need is food security, and food security mean access to. So when you access it from your local space or from international space, from your access it, you're good. But in that, it came, I think, with shift how food is distributed and how you relate to the farmer as well too. And so when they are told now, I'm then your Empire supermarket price and the whole of the place I'm run I so and I then. If I know say on a Friday or when I go to market then some of the market Thursday, which is a big day for the market. Cause remember you're not gonna buy if you go sell now. So you go to Thursday is a big day. And then you know say Saturday is the next big day. For don't at all. So you know say if you don't get that now on the Thursday or the Saturday, see, but if you get them, where you go? You know, I'm gonna do man sell Callaloo again, you know. So you got one
Empire one look
that show there. Yeah. You was there Empire? So when the man on the Sunday now, that be the man push him car, now him get a lick because the supermarket is the Sunday trad and it becomes a part of your thing now. But almost a signal say you're not that bad off because you can walk to the supermarket with the youth them. I don't even know say supermarket food have and something have to sustain it as against somebody who's a plant ingredients that you know. And you see the same water I think. You see? So the re-emergence is going to be crucial. It will be crucial because food accessibility in a way where you're certain of what you're eating because you control it, are going to improve. Your cost are going to reduce.
As well as the transport to the teacher. Transport, the transport part of the activity the car. Moving to and from, it creates the physical activity and the health. The activity
gone up, man.
Yeah, gone up.
The data show enough for you. You know, say people.
I did a reason for first date, man.
Yeah, man. People who them say plant food enough for you. Them say on average they must be about 10 years more than people, you know. Because them say no, the activity of agriculture in itself is a physical exercise.
Yes, sir.
The practice of it is also therapeutic.
Yes, sir.
And stress is the thing that kills people the most.
That is why I learned that in our research in a Japanese lecture recently. That's why the Japanese have the highest rate of elders.
Yeah.
In a them country. Yeah. Because majority of them elder them, the ancient them practice the farming there. Or them do something
in a garden
where incline them to be more active as them grow older.
I remember I said the more you stand up on your foot, the longer you live, you know. It's not when you lie down, you know.
Yeah, the more
you either squat, as the legs them very important in aging.
Centrifugal.
See, the stronger your legs are, right.
Centrifugal frequency and points.
You see it for you? So there are so many outside of the monetary benefits. But you know I learned a thing still for you. I'm gonna say I first you mommy make a statement why I venture to do a piece of research. The West Indies Medical Journal, seeing and she talk about vitality. And the only time when I stop eating cook food and things like that. And she make a statement. Say, throwing a seed in a garbage bin. This is in the article. Let's just close it. Throwing a seed in the garbage bin is like having an abortion.
Whoa.
See? And I say, tin fire. So I stop throwing seed. But no, let me tell you, I don't usually throw seed in the garbage bin. But I practice my word deliberately. Ensure say
it's not going in
there. Throw the seed. See, I'm trying to make sure they go on dirt all the while.
Yes, sir.
So when you come from the fireground, there's enough tree running, and I can go get tree and go plant, you know.
Cause you no birds.
I see for I sip. And I just throw seed, but one can't cut down no tree. No, no, you can't cut down no fruit tree.
No, not at all.
This is what I say is a practice. And I realize that I can't eat off a mango tree if I have much tree in I get.
Exactly.
See, I have space to do for you know, look which part I get say no, but I say no one man can eat off a mango tree in my yard. Your household can't eat it off. So if I have a mango tree then you know, and then I have 2 soursop trees, I can't eat off none of the trees, no matter where you are. You can't eat off a pepper tree.
I see it coming forward.
Yeah, you can't eat off a pepper tree. So I give them tree to start off and give them. So I can eat off a guinea tree. You know what I say? You know what I say for you? So when we have the trees them in the community and you share, and the big people have a share nothing, you know, just load the youth them man. I don't want the big people want up a fruit tree, but I tell you, they don't have a habit of eating things out of supermarket. But see the youth them now,
them love them fruits.
Free flow. And you help Bill gone down. The household bill gone on because he send you go off fruit tree fire.
You might tear
You
it.
sip off everything. So you reach him and don't want the food you cook again. So you can probably cook less food again. I'm not gonna complain. But may I say just those simple things where work.
Let me see the mango pick again. Show me the technique. I want to capture it.
The picker?
Yeah. I work.
Yeah, do that stick.
Yeah. Well, any one of them. Because we're here with Dr. Knife on his property. This is still hurricane food sovereign extraction. So I'll show the device there, which is, you can buy this at the store or you just build this.
Well, you can buy it, you can build it. Alright, so you could want some mango. What's much mango and $3?
So you see, takes the mango, protects the mango.
Yes, that's what's going to be in the car. And then that's $100. You want to try 36. Right, extend like this. 36? Yeah. No, I buy it on the online. It's all our pruning knife for it. It's our pruning knife, so you know if you have a jackfruit tree, you can just lend up and use on jackfruit.
Alright, this is what you call delivery. You see that? Better than Federal Express. Straight off of the tree. All of this this is what we call hurricane shopping. The traffic still bad out the road?
No bottle for the stick fire. You see? No traffic jam.
I said the money remittance place them lock off too.
And I should say, I don't pick no stick for yourself. I wish I pick a stick, so I'm just walk up to the top. Go pick up a boy.
I good still. I know say.
No food can disappear, no food can escape. Yeah, them start playing up. Pick up a star for yourself, but I'm using the tall and stick. And then, don't find them two to the tree and beer. They might be really different, you know? They can. Yeah man, what them there man? Eh? Yeah man, what them plant man? Every tree there, the east mango them and the cool mango them. Every tree. Then the ancient tree there. Then the ancient tree there and things. You know how more Bambi mango?
Voice.
Them could never conquer the mountains. Thousands of years and counting. Ethiopia rise again unto the world. Now we are announcing. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Well, solar energy that them a see. The whole city powered by the sun's energy. energy. The road them make out of hemp and concrete. Neighborhoods full of fruit trees that taste sweet. The youths put down them guns, them harvest and a reap. The beautiful gardens will line every street. Tired of the bloodshed, them done with the beef. Not even animals for that, them burn out the meat. Where people say Haile Selassie, I see Nile. When they see say him a treat the dirt like a child. Peace on earth from the banks of the Nile. That's why we giving thanks in style. See say Babylon a weapon, them a stockpile. Babylon a wicked, kill them brother and smile. Lion, Babylon a reptile. Them a plant for shed blood, we got plans for the soil. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Well, them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. No more gullies, proper sanitation. Proper toilets with proper filtration. Clean water for the youths them fi use. Our sons and daughters safe, no more child abuse. Africa arise, read it in the news. On the day when Rastafari ready, wicked have fi move. 3D printing alongside hem shoes. Herb get legalized, hard drugs them get refused. Well, people used to say they bring him man senile. True himself he tried it with man, woman and child. Himself peace on earth from the banks of the Nile. That's why we giving thanks in style. She say Babylon a weapon, them a stockpile. Babylon a wicked, kill them brother and smile. Lion, Babylon a reptile. Them a plans for shed blood, we have plans for the soil. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the base. When the trumpet sound and the violence cease, how we say one go build up the cities. Them a plan for war, we a plan for peace. And now we see them wanna go dismantle the beast. Rastafari crown as the Prince of Peace. Him tell the youths them fi build up them countries. Babylon, them got a plan for boots war. Without them meditation, well, them now go reach far. The money where them take fi buy them bullet and gun. And money where them can use for education.